Let me wipe you guys off. It's currently raining. Hi guys, it's Makayla, Lysiak, and it is midterm week here at USC. I have some exams to do and I'm going to be taking you along the whole entire week with me. From studying for my exams to stress to, for some reason, a weird emergency.
Thought we left this in sophomore year.
And I'll also be revealing what my grades were on all of these exams at the end of the video. Subscribe and let's get into it. It is Monday and I'm going to start studying for midterms today. I'm at a coffee shop. I love studying at different cafes. They're also playing music in here, so I might not be able to talk to you. Let me give you a little rundown on what I'm actually working on right now. I have a notes session for my screenwriting class tomorrow night, so I'm gonna have to read some scripts right now. I'm a part of Group A. We turned in our first 20 pages of our pilots. So there's a few other students that I need to read. I give very thorough notes and I like to really dive into other students' script pages, so I give like valuable feedback. Take, for example, my note sheet on beat sheets that we read. It literally is so long. I have an exam on Wednesday and then I also have an exam on Thursday. I'm a little bit nervous about human bio, I'm not gonna lie, but as long as I do the studying, I think I'll be fine. But for now, while I'm just in this coffee shop, I'm going to be reading these scripts. This is always my favorite part of the week, just like reading scripts, giving notes, diving into story. It's so much fun.
The story of both Jim Thompson's novel and...
It is Tuesday. I have an exam tomorrow, my Tarantino exam. What I'm actually doing right now is I'm sort of kind of studying while I'm driving. I'm listening to an audiobook actually, and this is a huge tip for anybody who needs to get in study information really quickly. If you can find an audiobook for a required reading that you have in your class, search on Spotify, search wherever, Amazon. I'm listening to Cinema Speculation by Quentin Tarantino on my drive to campus. Hi, good. Thank you. Yeah, I would highly recommend that. It's gloomy and I feel like that's the perfect lock-in weather. I'm honestly very nervous. I'm very nervous. Like there's a lot of information that I need to know. Like I really have to lock in on this Tarantino exam, bro. I took your guys' advice and I picked up like a bunch of protein bars. So if I am in a bind, I will be having a protein bar. So I'm gonna put one of these in my backpack. I'll link all my favorite protein bars in my Amazon. I got a burrito. I will say on exam weeks when time is super precious, I don't mind eating out because I just won't have the time to cook or clean up in the kitchen. And I know that's a very fortunate thing for me to say, and I'm glad I have the privilege to do that. My professor posted a midterm study guide. I will kind of like copy paste everything in the study guide into its own document, just go through it and like answer everything, address everything that's on that. There's quite a few terms on the sheet, so I think I'm gonna tackle that before class starts. Some of the concepts are like Foxy Brown, sampling, remixing, Tony Scott, Miramax, blaxploitation, and just other influences on Tarantino's style, and also like moments from his career. I'm also gonna be referencing my lecture notes to answer those questions and just kind of jog my memory about these topics. I think I'll be okay. I'm all done with my keywords. Now I'm gonna head to class. And I'm gonna listen to my audiobook on the way there. I'm waiting to go to class and I just saw in my emails a message from my professor. He sent me a private message saying, Makayla, just finished your pages. They were excellent. I have no macro notes at the moment. Very, very good work. Which is always so nice to hear. So it definitely just reminds me, no matter what happens with these midterms, I'm not trying to be an expert in either of those fields. I'm trying to be a writer. So at least I know that whatever happens, I'm still good at it. Okay, anyway, I'm going to class. It was a really good class. The professor went over some of the stuff that we needed to review for the midterm. I really like that professor because she's super upfront about what's gonna be on the midterm and what's not gonna be on the midterm. I definitely need to study, like there's a lot that I do not know. Going to Levy Library right now. The last exam we took was very focused on the lecture slides. So I'm probably just gonna review the lecture slides and it'll be all good. So I'm gonna be in the library for a few hours. I love the gloom. It feels very academic. So anyway, I'll see you guys later. I was studying in the library for 3 hours, just taking notes on my lecture slides. And after that, I went to go get dinner at Cava. I was in desperate need of a proper meal, and I read over my textbook while I was eating. Today is my Tarantino exam. I started my day studying at SCA, cramming in any last-minute information. It is Wednesday and I have an exam in T-minus 40 minutes. I should be reading right now. I was actually doing a little bit of reading over in the Steven Spielberg building. I feel like there's nothing else I can do. I stayed up till 1 a.m. studying last night. I feel like this vlog is gonna be so boring because like I genuinely just have to study. Like the most boring thing ever. How am I supposed to make me reading notes and looking at my laptop for like 5 hours on end actually entertaining? I have no idea. I'm not nervous, but more so I really don't know what to expect. I just want to know the questions that they're gonna throw at us because it's not multiple choice, it's a written exam, but I know that I'm prepared. I also have really good memory, like I can digest information super quickly. My friend Josh actually lended me his note cards that he made on Quizlet. So pro tip, if you have an exam coming up, just talk to people in the class, exchange notes, because there's people out there who are also in your same boat, like you don't have to study alone. So that was really sweet. Thank you, Josh, for giving me those notes. So I was reviewing those. This is what it looks like out right now. It's very chill. This is my outfit of the day. This jacket doesn't go, but it's kind of cold out. I don't know, I'm just thinking about this midterm row. We'll see. I'm literally just gonna be reviewing my notes. I also have the other required reading on my Kindle app on my phone, so I'm gonna be reading that. There's other people in here studying too, so I'm not alone. Like there's other people locked in. It's finally time for the exam. I walked into the lecture hall a little bit early. I was like 10 minutes early, but I was still surprised that there was really no one in there. I feel like on an exam day, usually people would show up early. Here's what it looked like, and I'll see you guys after the test. I think I prepared just perfectly enough. Like, it went really well. We had to write in a blue book, if you know what those are. I filled up like the entire blue book with all my writing. So I made sure to go in depth about each topic to prove that I knew what I was talking about. Here's the cinematic arts entrance. So aesthetic and pretty. The day doesn't stop because I still have to study for another exam tomorrow. I have my human bio one. I know that one's probably gonna be a little more difficult even though it is a multiple choice exam. Almost done. Literally after tomorrow, I'm home free. Midterms are really stressful. Like I put a lot of pressure on myself to get really good grades, and I do get really good grades, even though I tell myself it doesn't even really matter that much. But I don't know, I'm just a perfectionist. Like I always have to be the best at everything, and I put all this pressure on myself. I guess I like to challenge myself in some way. I think what helps me with like midterm anxiety is like listening to music, specifically calming music. Afro beats are kind of what's been helping me right now. So I'm gonna listen to that. This boring study vlog. I guess I'll show you a little bit of what I'm looking at. This is the campus when it's gloomy. In preparation for tomorrow's exam, I went over to Annenberg and reviewed the final lecture slides that I had on my agenda. It was a rainy day outside and I rotted in there for probably 2 hours. I was excited to go home, get some rest before my test, but later in the middle of the night, something woke me up.
Bro, I thought we left this in sophomore year.
Fast asleep. We're warning you. Ow, ow, ow. I took 2 melatonin. It's raining!
It smells like burning plastic in here.
Like, I do have a midterm. See you guys later. Good morning, guys. Despite that whole fiasco last night with the fire alarm going off, I managed to get decent sleep. I have an exam in 2 hours. I'm going to the food court right now to go get an acai bowl. No makeup on, it's freezing out. This is the outfit of the day, very chill. Like it's windy and cold outside, but honestly not as cold as New York. When I went to New York, I was like, dang, I really miss California weather. We're gonna try this. There's a big dollop of peanut butter on the top and I'm really not sure how to eat this cleanly. This is really good. Low-key, I've not been caring about vlogging in public at all. There's also actually no one around. So maybe that's cheating. If you want to start making content, no one gives a what you're doing. Most people are really only concerned about like what they're doing. I always think about things whenever I do something embarrassing or I start getting self-conscious. I'm like, will someone remember this in 20 years? Is somebody going to even look back in 5 years and remember how you embarrassed yourself or like how you were filming it in public? No, they're getting married and they're having a honeymoon and they're trying to figure out their bachelorette party. You know what I mean? If you needed some confidence, there you go. There's like no one out. Everybody just like takes spring break early. It's only Thursday. Set up shop here. Even though it's a little bit cold out, I feel like I'm bundled up just enough for it to be bearable. And it's a beautiful day. Like the first time it's actually pretty sunny. All right, back to this. Gotta write some stuff down on a note card. Low key, this week I have been getting frustrated at the fact like, man, things have been going really well in my writing class, but I have to spend my time doing something that is not at all related to my major. It is still pretty interesting learning about like evolution and stuff. I feel like there's a lot of momentum with what I want to do career-wise, and I have a lot of resources, but midterm week just gets me so frustrated because I'm like, dang, like I really have spent a lot of time doing something that I don't really care that much about. Having to take GEs, man, I could be using that time to take other classes that are related to screenwriting or film or producing or really whatever, but I don't know, because I'm just getting a lot of great feedback on my work, and it's like definitely showing me like, you know, I can do this, I can do this. So it's just like I want to be spending my time working on that rather than dental codes for primates. Oh my gosh. Bro, the wind, jeezy wheezy. I just got out of my exam. It went well. There were like probably 5 questions that I had to flag and really go back, think about that might be a toss-up. But other than that, I think I did pretty good. We'll see what my grade is. I think I did good. There's some things that I didn't quite understand that I flagged, and I was like, later in the exam, there's probably going to be something that gives it context that'll help me answer that question before. And so there were a few moments like that. Like I didn't know what like an anthropoid was, but then later on in the exam, there was something that said like anthropoids, i.e. monkeys and apes. And I was like, oh, okay, that answers question number 4. Using context clues within like other questions for your exams can help you answer things that you might be unsure of. I'm going to SCA right now. I honestly just want to relax and write and enjoy this day. We'll see what I get on that test. Let's go inside where it's not so freaking windy. Hey guys, it is Friday. Yes, I am wearing the same outfit. I'm not wearing the same t-shirt, but I can wear the same overcoats. Overcoats don't get dirty after one use. I was trying to get a thumbnail in Doheny and it didn't really work out. I was looking at my computer and I saw that my midterm grade from yesterday's exam came in, and I got a 94, so I did even better than my first exam. Out of 50 questions, each were 2 points. That means I only missed 3, which, hey, I'll take it. That's awesome. And that feels about right. I feel like I missed about 3. So walking around campus, trying to find a place to take a thumbnail. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I want to get this done before it starts raining again. And also like my hair is super crazy, but if you stay till the end, comment primate, behind the scenes of me trying to get a thumbnail. Ugh, if it starts raining, I'm gonna cry. I still have to wait on my grade for my Tarantino class. That was a written exam, so it's probably gonna take a lot longer to grade. See you guys in the next vlog. Bye.